Welcome everybody. We're doing these squirrel head archetypes. You'll see all these left side portraits here with these little eyes. These repeating characters here. You'll start to notice in the background here there's lots of them, but first show you the girl kind of all wrapped up in that's just her face right there, you can see poking out. Kind of wrapped up in a towel here, in one of the it's like an Indian style towel. And of course, as we expose her head there, you can see her hair, and then her neck right here, and then the rest of her hair. She's a very beautiful statue, and I'm not trying to make fun of it by wrapping it up in a headdress, just doing that to try to show you guys. Maybe it might help to see this statue, because it's very important, this kind of art. And I want to share it with you guys. I want you guys to know about it. They want you to know about it. And so that's why I'm really so passionate about this, guys. This video that I have prepared for you today, it shows some pretty substantial evidence. And I welcome any, archaeologist or anybody who wants any samples of these, no strings attached. I can send these to you, or, my email's in the channel description. So of course, the similar motifs that we're seeing here, we're going to pick these up and kind of compare them, at least put them next to each other. But you'll see with these guys right here, the way the nose is shaped and the eye. And this one it's painted. On this one it is carved in. And then the forehead, the temple, is something that I'm really going to focus on, because the temple on these, as well as the straight lines, the eyes, the nose, all these characteristics are exactly the same on every single one of these. So we're going to go through these now together. So those characteristics, which I just explained, kind of are what we're looking at. So we'll start off on this one here, and instead of picking every single one up, I'm going to do some zooming in here. I do have a very new camera, so it's supposed to do well with zooming in and getting up close. So here we are again with the straight back hair, which are really characteristic. You can see the lines in there, and of course the lines in here as well. And that forehead and the eye definition really comes out very well on this character whenever you get them just right. And I will have to pick some of these up, but some of them are very heavy. So here's a really great one. This one has a painted in eye, and you can see it's kind of got a bare face. Getting attacked by a wasp here. Of course, the button nose. And if you're wondering what I'm pointing with today, it is a spear point. An ancient spear point. So we can go ahead and put this behind here. So this was found in a cache. You can see how the one side is curved and the other side is beveled. It's a very, very unique piece. It might be why we don't find a lot of arrowheads out here. I'm going to show you the straight back hair again with this one. And let's go ahead and get this one in a little bit of a different shadow here, and I'll poke it out for us a little better here. There we are. Sorry about that. So especially when we tilt it there, you can see how the mouth comes out. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, careful. Can't bang these together. They chip. These are painted pieces of white quartz. There we are. And so you can see this one's a little bit of a different shape or a different style. But again, with the eye positioned right here, I believe, on this one. Get it just right. Let me see. This one is a very different one. It's more of like a fat version. But what it actually is if you see right here on the stone, there's a crack all the way through the stone, through the entire length of the stone. And so if we just look at the stone as if it's just that one piece, there's actually a different color as well on the south side versus the north side. But if we just look at the stone like that, you can see it's a version of the same thing, this time with a very large carving for an eye and that little button nose again. But it's also several other things. That's why they may have made a face and then made that afterwards. Here's a crystal version from our crystal collection, and the carved eye. This one's neat because, you know, this is how you learn the style of art. Oh, I can't knock these together, guys. I just tapped them together and you can see how it actually damaged it, just a hair. This is, I guess, the price I pay for trying to share this with you guys, but I really don't like knocking them together. So here we are again, and you can see on the face, the forehead of this. I want to compare this to any of them, but right here, especially in the temple, you'll notice the same characteristics here on this one. Sorry about that. I am having trouble seeing the screen. So let me pick up a small one for a moment, just to take a quick break. This is a great mammoth. This is one that during the mammoth series I kind of forgot about. He is just a miniature version. You can see his black trunk here, and he's very beautiful, very lifelike, as you can see, with the hump on top of his head and everything. And since I started studying the mammoths and learning about them, learning what they're stylized as, the memes, I guess you could say, I'm starting to see them everywhere. Of course, you're seeing the eye in here and the whole mammoth head. And whenever you see one, there's probably another. So, and you also may be seeing face images as well. There's lots of different faces and things on here, but I'll save you from that for right now. I think it might be one as well on the other side too. So, super nice one. Okay, so this one is really great too. This is another version of the same thing. I'll zoom back out. It looks kind of odd, but whenever you catch it in the right way, you can see how at least half of it is. You kind of see how this spot, it's all flat. Look how flat that is. It's almost like a piece of petrified wood, I say. But you can get that all the way flat and then make the character, especially when you point them out. Maybe faces as well. So it's a really neat one. It's a very pretty carved, painted stone. It's the amount of detail and work that's on it is incredible. It's hard for me to see exactly everything that's on it right now, but I'm sure you guys are gonna spot some things, and you can let me know in the comments what perhaps you might be seeing. So this is a very large one here. This is a heavy one, and this is all painted opaque on one side and white on the other, just like all the gateway style pieces are. But on this one, you can see how the button nose here and the eye is actually kind of indented in there. And we'll compare it a little bit to this one. And you can kind of see here, if I tilt it just the right way, here we are. You can see the comparison there just a little bit, if I get it just right. So, and then this one too is also one. So it's probably the rhinoceros as well. As you can see, this one's a lot of things. It's this rhinoceros head. It's this incredible bird head here. It's a lot of different things. However, whenever you tilt it in just the right way, and I might have to tilt down a little bit just so I can see the screen here. But see all the little weird eyes, like, oh, hey, let me go ahead and get it out of the shadows. You can see the little animal eyes that are on this. But whenever you get it right, it'll pop out at some point in time. This is such an incredible piece anyway. So that little round eye, I believe, is for the guy, the straight back hair. I'm probably not holding him right though. So I might start putting my phone in the freezer just so I can keep it cool when I'm out here in the sun, because it gets overheated and the screen gets very, very dark. But, all right, guys, that's it for now. We'll have some more to go through later, but happy to share this with you. Have a great one. Bye-bye.